morning. Oh man. Boy, did I ever sleep in this morning. I woke up like 2 minutes ago. My wife just went, "Hey, aren't you supposed to be doing your show?" I was like, "Oh no." Totally missed my alarm. My apologies, everyone. And no, there's no video of me this morning because I just got that coyote ugly thing going on in the morning. So I am just trying to get my eyes adjusted to everything here. So I'm going to take a few moments and let's see where we're at here. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. All right. And it's not the 15th. Bearing straight here. Let's go over to NASDAQ. So this morning, we have this imbalance down here. Still looking for this imbalance. We've got imbalance to imbalance. We've swept the lows from yesterday and the day before. And we finished filling in that fair value gap here. So now one would expect to see if it's going to pull back, take out this high, and start running back into the area we were talking about yesterday. If it does drive down again, obviously we're looking for this imbalance down here. And for 2288, down to 2254. See what kind of reaction we get out of that. Go back into the hour or the 15-minute chart. We have a reversal going on the 15-minute chart. We have a SIBI here. Return to the SIBIs. Well, we feel that. Return back into that imbalance. And I'd like to see this start running higher now. On the 1-minute chart, we have to break this high here. First presentation. Morning, Adi, Hans. Good morning. Morning, Fiddlesticks, RS, and Edgar. Ooh. I like that we've traded above here, coming back into this 941 fair value gap from yesterday. Is that the one that we were looking at yesterday that said it wasn't an accurate one? This looks good for Tuesday. No, I don't want to see it any lower than that little tiny imbalance right here. Six more minutes for the range to set itself up. And then we have our 10 o'clock looking for our silver bullet entry, I guess. There's the imbalance. And I'd like to see it just start climbing higher out of here now. If we trade through the balance on a close, then it looks like we might be coming back below here, these lows here. Not a good sign when you start to double tap it. You just want to see it come in there and then leave. And you don't want to see this double tapping stuff. Usually gives me an indication it wants to go lower. So it's just sitting there. Good morning, Kevin. So just watch the price action now at that imbalance. Stretch it out, you'll see it right there. Want to see the body has to respect it. Wicks. See how we've come into it once, twice, stopped, hit it again, and now we're drilling through this mean threshold of this candle as well, which is where pretty much where that imbalance is sitting. So see how that kind of gives you a hint beforehand that it's heavy and wants to come lower. So see if we can get into this first presentation one more time. We got this little imbalance right here. Busy. If we get back through that on a close and through the mean threshold of that candle, we'll watch, see where it actually closes in the next 12 seconds. The idea that we'd run for the lows, it didn't even come down to anything that makes sense to me in here. But now we've traded above this and through the mean threshold, you go back to running higher. See how you got one here that's overlapping that wants to go higher, and this one's overlapping wants to go lower. So if you run through the bottom of it, then you run through the top of this one, you wait for it to take out the high or the low to get back in sync with it, because right now you don't know which one of these is going to key off of and go higher or lower. This could trade all the way back through here again and clear out. See how this one candle is the indication to go lower on here and indication to go higher there. It's playing both sides here. So see how we've gone through this, traded through that and this on a close, came back, found support at this one on this side. So you'd want to see that start to go higher now. You can almost see this one lining up with this. One sits right here. It's 10 o'clock. So it's compressing here. Well, we finished all the news. We don't have anything till tomorrow now. All the news is done. So we went through it. So now you want to wait for the highs and the lows to get taken. That's how you can get beat up inside a consolidation using this. Trades through it, hits that off there. You expect to see that go higher. It hit right there on the rejection block. That's all you got out of that. And then all of a sudden you see trade right through it. Would have taken a stop. Taking out this low here. Now you want to see where is it going to expand to. So you don't want to get caught inside this. If you get caught once, wait. Move to the sidelines and say, I want to wait till I can see a sizable breakthrough. Higher or low. Or look for a higher time frame objective. So we've seen this one already. So you'd want to see that there on the 15-minute chart get taken out and used as support to go higher if we're heading back up here. And that's 400 handles away, so you have plenty of opportunity to catch a run. Good morning, Simo. The fact that we've traded through this I wanted to see that we traded into this yesterday. I just tapped into that. Reversal again. You want to see that go higher. it froze inside here. So you usually want to see it just come down, hit this, and then the next candle start to run up, or at least just tap the top of it and start going higher. Come down into it one more time. You got another imbalance down here. There's too much mess going on there in the 1 minute. At 9 o'clock this morning, you get a nice little reversal. The 9 hour, or if you're doing the time in a bottle, 9 o'clock, look for a swing. Now, I think, who was it? Curry Fishbot, or Curry Fishball. Not Fishbot, Curry Fishball. Asked me a question on the time in a bottle about, do we have to change your time from American time frame to something else? And the answer is no. The hourly, if you're using the hourly candle, you base it off of London or Greenwich Mean Time's 00 hour, which is the start of the day. And if you use American midnight candle, you can use America, it's midnight 00 candle. If you want to use every hour, like using on the minute chart, every hour, just set it at 00. But if you want the hourly chart, where I'd originally designed it from, which is on Greenwich Mean Time, the 00, or that day changing over in England, then you just count your hours through, and it will cover all the way through Asia, London, and covers New York, right to New York close. That whole 24-hour period starting from then. But if you started at 00 on New York time, it'll still work. That's the way the math works. Somebody was saying to me, well, if you start on a Tuesday and then you go, or you start on a Wednesday, the numbers end up differently, landing on a different, if it was a 9-10 on Monday, it's now a 16-17 on a Wednesday. Or if it's 9-something on a Wednesday and it would have been a 16-17, the numbers change. You'll find that the math is still the same. You'll still find the turning points. That's the weird thing about it. Test it out. Try it out. It starts on the Greenwich Mean Time for the hour. If you're not working on the hourly chart, if you're working on a 1 minute chart, it'll start right off in any hour you put it on. Doesn't matter what time frame you're trading in or what part of the world you're trading in. Start it on 00 and use the numbers on 00. So if you start this on midnight last night and worked the hourly, remember 9-10's the turn. Here's 9. And so there's your 9-10 turn. So 10 could take you all the way up higher and get another between 10 and 11. You should see another turn, and then all the way into 12 o'clock. And 12 o'clock tends to make the turn. And we look at 12 o'clock. Let's look at yesterday, just so you can see from yesterday. Talk about 2021. There's your turn. 20, 24. So it's usually 21. So there's 20. 18. See how 16, 17, 18, here's 16. There's 17, 18. Oh, sorry, no 17, 18. It's the hour that's off there, 18, 19. See how they go against each other constantly? And 12:30, there's the low at 12. $14 was not one of the numbers. 12 is. 12 makes the high. And then you wait for 16, 17 to make its highs and lows. Here is 10 o'clock making the low this time. 9 o'clock makes a little high. 10 o'clock makes a little low. Same thing. If you started off at 00 midnight, the premise is still the same. The math works out the same. I don't know. Don't ask me why. I'm not a mathematician, but it still works out. So there's the 9 o'clock reversal. So if you're looking for that swing point to occur around 9 or 10 o'clock, you wait for this reversal to occur and then that structure break to happen to the upside. And that's the structure break to the upside. You've got confirmation right there. You traded through that reversal. So here's how you use that time. Look for your specific time that you're anticipating a turn. Again, they're not 100%, but you're anticipating a turn. So if you're looking at 9 o'clock and you say, I would look for any low to get taken, and there's a nice big low that is taken, change in direction that occurs is either the end of a run, remember the rules, is either an end of a run or a change in direction. So there's your 9 o'clock and it's a up candle. So it's the new direction. So you look for this. I took out a low. I've got a fair value gap. I have a reversal that's forming. So at 9:05, you're getting back into that 6. So remember 5 ends it. Then 6, 7 doesn't set a low. So just keep following it. 8, 9, there's 10 turn, which would also be down here. You've got here and here. And then 11, 12, follow it if it keeps going. 13, 14, 15, there's 16 making the turn. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 makes the new start. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 ends the run. 28 starts the new direction. 29, 30, 31, remember 32? 32 starts the new turn. So you can, with the numbers that I gave you, you can see right here how you can use that live with the reversal principle that I show every morning. This is my setup. This is what I look for. And had I been awake at 9 o'clock this morning, instead of the 3 o'clock this morning, I was up, I was in a lot of pain last night, so I had to get up and try and stretch, and then fell back to sleep and didn't wake up till my wife woke me up. I still be sleeping right now if it wasn't for her. So you can thank her for me being here this morning. Yeah, so you look for that reversal. If you can just set it at 00, 1, 2, 3. Look at the numbers down in here at 3, 4. We said 4. This is like watching Asia all over again. 4, 5. 5 is to chain the end and then starts a new direction. 6, 7, 8, 9. So that kind of lines up nicely inside of our candle, our reversal. Now you want to see a break-in structure here. So you have 7, takes you through. 8 gives you an opportunity onto that. So kind of 7 lets you know that, hey, guess what? I'm going higher. Give you an opportunity to catch that bus, and you're off to the races. So that's how you use time in a bottle with accuracy with your trade model. Now, that's just my main trade model. What you guys use yours, you can use a way to tie it in if you like. And if not, then thanks for listening to my time in a bottle model. See how these levels here are still tying things up. They're overlapping each other. Wanting to go lower, wanting to go higher. So you see how many times you would have got beat up in this if you would have chased that saying, I'm going to go lower now. Came back in, came down, did not take your low, just came back up, went through it, traded into it again, extended the range higher past this and this, and now we're back into that range again. So you want to see that whole big chunky range that you're sitting in. You want to see a bold candle break through that. Look for this as leverage to go higher, or look for this candle here as leverage to go lower. Look at that, just rejection block. How many times you hit it? Ding, 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 ding. Keep hitting it here, right up into rejection block there. So rejection block to rejection block. Now, mean threshold, that gives way. Again, we're back to thinking it could be here. Good morning, Curry. Did you hear my explanation? I answered your question on the time. I answered your question on here. So go back over in the recording. You'll find that it starts off with curry fish bowl, not fish ball. Fish ball. So yeah, when you hear that, just listen to that, and I'll explain to you over again about the time piece. I'm just going to quickly rip through some of these other ones while we're waiting for it to get out of that consolidation there. And all in the same situation. That's what we want to see with natural gas. They hit that level that we're looking for, and we want to see that keep coming higher now. These 3 good days. I like that. If we can get back up on top of this daily price imbalance again, and then start running up through these candles, I want to see this gap here give way again too on the upside. We do have an order block now that we're validating. I like this. We actually opened right on top of that candles open and looking to push hard. So I want to see these highs get taken here now. This and reach for this week's levels that are up here. Might be a little hopeful reaching for that high, but we'll see. Crude oil I'll get to in a sec. Natural gas, same situation. You want to see these relative equal highs get taken now at 302.7. Gold prices, look at this beautiful little, looking on the hourly, look at 0.4. Remember 2, 3, 4? There's 2, there's 3, here's 4. All of them create swing points, low, high, low. So if you say, okay, so I'm looking for a reversal in gold using the time in a bottle theory. Here's 4. So same thing you'd be looking for at 5. You wait for this low to get taken. Now you want to see this fair value gap get taken on the upside it does at 8. And then funny enough, the 9 candle trades right back into that level right there. 9 gives you the entry right there, and then 10, 11, 12, change of direction, 13, 14, 15, 16, change, it's a reversal there at 16, 17, 18, 19, see how they kind of bounce around, 20, 21, there's the turn, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. You're not expecting to see something like this, but if you did and it took those lows out, then you'd say I'm expecting to see a reversal, and then 27's over here, or you just start right back from the next day. Start that next day over at 00. So look at how 00 works. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, change of direction. 5 makes the low. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 make the high. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then it goes 16 and then off to 18. So the 17, 16 gives you a change in direction, and you don't have a 17. That's the hour that's the price or the markets are turned off. And then back on again. It's at 18. 19, 20, 21 finishes that range. So if you're looking for this, look for the reversal turn to occur in the time in the bottle theory. And if it works and lines up and your times line up, then you caught yourself a nice little model that uses time with precision. And you can literally expect the candle to do what you want it to do. And if it doesn't, then you just sit there and wait for your perfect setup. You don't have to do 100 trades in a day. That's again how you use that for your application. Wheat did not take out the lows. We wanted wheat to take the lows. How many times we wanted wheat to run these lows out, and it comes down, takes out these lows, starts to make that attempt to get down there, then starts to reverse on us. So we've got all of this taken out here. We're still inside this gap. And then going back higher. So if we take out that high, we're looking for higher prices in wheat, and we're looking for way back up here again at 592. And see how we act in there. Soybeans, we've traded through this now. We're trading back up into it right here. You want to see that whole price now? Eat through this and start running for these lows below us here. Do we have another objective? Nope. These are the levels you got so far. They're almost overlapping one another here. That's the premium inside that range. That's the premium. That's the discount. If you pull the fib tool there, you'll see how they line up. That's just above premium. This is in discount. Sugar, we didn't get that objective above us right now. We're still back inside here. Ah, cleared out all the liquidity here. Hit rejection block. Tell you, pay yourself at rejection blocks, people. So mean threshold, that's the whole price. Or we look for this candle for support to come lower and dig deeper into this range here. You want to see this candle hold now to go higher. Coffee is not doing a heck of a lot right now. That's flat, so I got nothing for it. Coffee. Downside objectives, totally changed it up on us yesterday. Ran back through this range here. Are we taking out this candle on the upside? I'd like to see some measure of retracement back into this candle's high. That was unexpected. Crap. See what it came back to. That's why you have to have bigger charts. It came back to an old high. And then literally yesterday, gapped up. And I was drawing all this stuff down here and didn't even look at the open. Did I have that too high? I must have had it like looking like this. Looking, and all this stuff blocking my, I'm not going to make an excuse. Not a good call yesterday on live cattle. We wanted to see, oh no, we said that, I did say this yesterday. I have to go back over the chart, but I'm sure I said that if we hit a high, we'd like to see that go higher. I think I gave you both scenarios. We wanted to see it come back through here and then head for this low. If it didn't, and we reacted off of that, we could go higher. I vaguely remember mentioning that. I'd have to go back in and listen to the video. I don't want to make it sound like I'm form-fitting my choice after the fact, but I think I gave you two scenarios on cattle yesterday. One being this upward movement, not quite this gap up that I was expecting. Anyway, nonetheless. Back into that breaker again. We're stuck inside that big range. Look at this on a bigger scale. So you want to see it come back into this candle here. The bottom of that daily SIBI over here. Come back inside that one more time. Perhaps hit this imbalance here and either run higher. If we start to run through this candle's low, which is pretty much a retracement all the way back down into here, which would be 62% of that range or more. There's 50%. Yeah, if that's got any sense of strength, right here is all that it'll expect that to allow to come back down into here and use that as a breakaway gap to keep, or a measuring gap to continue going higher. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking on that one. Lumber said going higher. Lean hogs. We want to see this inversion fair value gap hold price now and allow this to continue going lower. Looking at a range down in here. Yeah, it feels heavier to me. If we end up getting back through 81.92.5 on a close, then we could probably expect to go a little higher back into this relative equal highs above us. It looks like we've come back into that range. From the low to the high. This 50, 62%. 62% is right here. So if we run back through here, find support, take out these highs here, then we're looking for these equal highs above us. If not, then we're looking for a play off this candle here to go lower. I think that's a bullish candle though, isn't it? Yeah, it's a bullish candle. Let's look at oil. I like that we took out this candle on the high, breaking structure, consolidation. Nice displacement candle above that for a CAM 1 model entry. Also this candle here, you break above it, find some support inside that. So the bodies don't break that low. Comes back, found support, and finally leaves for a run higher. That's a nice CAM model entry. If you're awake at, well, if I was awake this morning, you could have seen that. But that's the kind of candle you're looking for right there. You got these consolidations, this final, bam, I'm out. I'll give you one opportunity to get in and then start the run up. Look at this big drop. What's going on now? Somebody, is there a peace accord suddenly happening and nobody needs oil anymore? I have no idea where this is coming from. Is this a black swan event? Are we just witnessing a black swan event right now? Is this suddenly gonna smash down in price? Wow. That gets through here, man, that could be a continuous run down all the way inside this area here. Well, obviously this BISI here will put you right at 67, 67.85. It takes out that low. Is there news? I didn't think there was any more news. Tuesday? No, there's no news. How do we set Greenwich Mean Time on TradingView? Right here, see how you look at the hourly chart? See on the 19th, it starts at 00. Is that New York time or the 24-hour time? That might be New York time. Yeah, because we have to add 5 hours to that. So literally look at 5 hours or 00 here and go back 5. If you set this down here to Greenwich Mean Time, if you're just trading on an hourly chart, it's better to just kind of get in the habit of looking at 001 here and going back to, no, it should work here. Standby. I said, let me just look at this here. I want to make sure I give you the accurate information. It should still work. Let's say we start at yes, because it starts at, that's the problem. See how we start this 1700 starts at 18. That's a good question, though. I don't want to form fit it and give you the inaccurate way. I originally designed this back when I was on Forex, and it didn't give me an opportunity to change my charts, because the charts are already set to Greenwich Mean Time, and I couldn't, Forex or MT4 would not let me, wouldn't allow me to change my hours. That's how this whole thing was developed, and it was all from Greenwich Mean Time, because they didn't give me an opportunity to that. So let's see if I did this. London, let's see if you said London there. So there's your 00, which is like saying your 1800 hours is your actual 00. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn 6, 7, 8. There's 9 and 10 right there. There's 9. There's 10. See how they make the turn. And then 12 changes direction. It finishes the direction we're looking for. And then 13 starts the new direction higher. There's 16. There's 17. See how they go against each other? 16, 17, 18, 19. See how they go? They just keep switching up on you. There's 19 reversal, 20, there's 21, making it a little high. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and then 27 would make a high if you would have kept going on that. We just tend to stop it right at that 21 candle and start 0 again. So 27's there, but see if I start it on a new day, right on the 00 here, that's a 00, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the turn, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 again on the turn, 10, 11, 12 starts the next direction, 13, 14, 15. So you see how that works? So that's just, you change it over here, but I wouldn't want to see you change that just for that 1 hour time in the bottle rule. So for me, I have to go New York, base it on New York session. So my time in the bottle is based on London Greenwich Mean Time, but that's only for the hourly. Everything else, just if you just go back to this and just do it on a 1 minute chart, you'll see that it'll still work. You could start every hour now. And I looked at it at 12 o'clock. If you started at 12 o'clock, you take the first, like 12 o'clock New York time. If you go with Michael, says everything starts at midnight. Forget what everybody says. It starts at midnight New York time. You go, okay, if that's the new day starting at midnight, then start it there. Count your hours. So you got 6, and then you got your 9, 10, or 4, 5. So here's your, if that's our midnight candle, and it starts at 9 o'clock, the next day starts at here. And look at your, there's 105. There's a 5 candle turn, 25, 26, 27, change direction. Oh, here's 40. Oh, what am I on? I'm a 5 minute chart, sorry. There's a 40, 45. We should say a 50, 55. And 55 doesn't do anything there. There's the 00, 5, and then there's the 10 right here. Is that a 10? Yeah, there's the 10 turn. 10 turn on the 1 minute, but if you're just counting the candles on the 1 minute or 5 minute chart, there's your 00. Where's 00? Right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got the turn 10, 11, 12. There's the turn 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Starts the next turn 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Change of direction 28, 29. 30, 31, 32, change in direction, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, changes direction, 41, 42, changes direction. So even if you count it on a 5-minute chart, again, don't ask me how the math works out. It just does. Well, that was kind of a crazy quick run back against all the liquidity. Cleaned out everything there. Right back down to that equal, creating relative equal lows. Gold. Nine makes a high and a low, and then 10 makes the low, comes back up, and then makes another low at 10:30. So 9, 10, I'd expect to see some sort of reaction off of 10 now and start to climb higher. So based on just the hourly chart here alone, you'd think, all right, now I want to see a run taking out these highs. And what time are we in? We're in 10. So you think about the hourly as the 10, and now look at the 40. There's your 40, there's the dot. How do we tie that in? So 40, you want to see it come back into this thing here. If you want to see that drop lower, and you want to see 9, 10, 11 keep following themselves, and then 12 give you a reversal. So this time right here, you see how it's come back into that level there. There's 10, 40, so 40, 42. That's the optimum level I'm looking for. And if I don't get the 42, look for 45 deeper into this range. So we said 40 could be the end, and then the start of a next direction would be 40, 41, 42. So 42 will end a direction or start a new direction. And we've hit an order block reversal, take out that low. It's come back into it once to go lower and extend the range. So that would have been, that's your first run on that reversal here to go lower. Now we've got this one. We've traded above it. We haven't quite come back into it. So 42 might get you back into that if you want to extend that range. So now you've got one that wants to go higher, and this one has already done its job to go lower. You got it right here. We trade below it here, come up into it here to go lower, extend the range. That's done. And now you've got the reversal going on here. You want to see 40, 42, reach into here. If it's not 42, look for 45 to dig down into that. And if you see 45 get into this, then you have 48 as well. So if it just lingers in here and bounces around, you want to expect to see 48, something of those numbers that I gave you to reach into. If you're using this as my model, then that's what I'd be looking for these numbers to reach into here. You're off this one and off this one. So if we're going to go higher, we either, and can't see, is that an up close candle? Open 60, 627.9, close 627. No, it's a flat candle. So there's 42 making a swing low. 42, 43, 44. Look for a run into here. You're literally between two of them now. You got to wait for either a breaking structure to the upside to go higher. This would have been nice to catch a run inside this range on a 42 or 45, catch a discount array to go higher. And that may have been a discount, but I would have preferred something inside here. And that range has already been driven through 50% of it. So you got to wait, see if it makes up its mind to break through this candle. This candle's low here on a close. Then you can say, or chances are we're probably going to go higher. And, oh, not probably. We're going to go higher to extend that range. And that fair value gap SIBI lines up with this fair value gap BISI. So watch that there. See? Hit it there. Now, how do we act inside here? We're at 44, so the next one's 45. So it starts that range. 40 ends a range, new one begins. The next one, 42, starts a new range. Now we go to 50, 45. I'll either end the range here, or we just get the continuation to 50, 52, 55, where you look for time. And it's hard to wrap your head around when it switches. You say, okay, that's supposed to end the range or start a new range. Well, we've gone here. We did not get a swing on that candle. So like I told you, the rule is if there is no swing on it, you just extend and wait for the next one. Well, that ends it, starts a new one. Then you think, well, 42 is the next one. If it starts a new direction to go higher, ends that, then you're looking for continuation to 45. Does 45 can hold the range? And at 46, 47, 48, look for a run up higher. Unless 46, 47, 48 are the next runs back down into this level. Through this here. This is a new theory I'm coming up with. Tell me what you guys think of this. When I'm looking for a run back down into this range and we're using this for support and we've hit it once already, we've hit it twice and we don't get the reaction that we're looking for, when you drive through this candle on the upside and revisit it on the downside, it's an extension. This is the kind of thing I'm looking for. It's not so much the fair value gap anymore as I'm looking for this order block now becomes support once we get through it. Push higher. Just a theory. Just a theory. We're into the mean threshold of this candle here. 45. Does not end the run. 48, 47. It just hits our main threshold here. Oh, it doesn't even hit that. Doesn't even give you a rejection block. I'm trying to think about where these candles have ended up here. Down. Oh, right here. Down, down. There's all these are down candles, so that from here to here is the imbalance, or this is the SIBI from there to there. It's all downside delivery. First presentation. So I was expecting this run back down in here like we mentioned on this candle. 47, 48. You don't want to see this low get taken here now. So 49.50. Do we have a change in direction now? 48 finishes the small little run down. And bounce. If it continues to come through, look for 50, 52 and look back into this range here. Back to that one. Bitcoin, ran back into this, traded below it, then above it. Oh no, it just hit right on it there. Below it, on it. Literally inside, stayed inside that fair value gap there. Till it finally broke to the upside here. Extended the range and then pulled back into that range real quick. Now we're looking to see if it's right down in that imbalance there and this one here. Now you want to see it run up higher, take out these relative equal highs. That's a tight little consolidation right there. You want to see it get above that. See how it's traded below that level here as well. It's closed below it. Went back above it. And now we're getting above it one more time. Yeah, I wouldn't even play in that in an hourly basis. It's just too consolidated. You want cleaner break away from that. So we hit the rejection block of this here. We have a reversal started yesterday. We traded back into it this morning. And now we're looking for a run back into this range. I'd expect to see this come back into this level here. I'm going to move my stick right here. I want to see if it, I won't call it buy side, I'll just say watch here. I'd like to see that return back into here. And the mean threshold, no, that will put us right back into 87.28. Next one below that is 87.28. 87.25.5. I expect to see it run back into here. If it's going to make that run, it should make it today. Today or tomorrow, we should get a run back into here and then start to see further continuation on the upside. That's my thoughts on that. Silver. Now I see how we wanted to see this yesterday. It gave us another open up higher back into that range again. We didn't want to see that get broken on the upside. And now we've opened above it and come back inside this. So now we'd expect to see this start running up higher now. Start using this as leverage to go higher. And now if we trade through it on the downside again, you're stuck in you're waiting for, I'd have to be waiting for one side or the other to get taken. Then this is going to be your pivotal point right now, and that AYA gold. What is Disney? I'm just curious to see what Disney's been up to. We were talking about that going higher. Oof. On a daily chart? Yeah, we're looking for Disney to go, holy smokes, did that ever jump up on us? Wow. That like rocketed up. And that was our upside objectives we're looking for in Disney. Well, we're pretty close. Wow. I haven't been watching Disney at all, but look at that. Gapped up, came back down, hit that old high right there. Beautiful. And then I can't remember where we were talking about this one now. What were we talking about this a couple of weeks ago? And it's gapped up there and gapped up again. So yeah, I'm looking for these upside objectives. That'd be nice. Wow. I love when a plan comes together. So we finally break out of here. We want to see this level get taken on the upside. Here's your displacement candle. We finally get the bust out of this joint right here. Clean that out. Come back inside that high there. And then start slowly but steadily marching higher. It's a slow 1 minute progress, but it's progress nonetheless. Oh, Tristan, I've got some questions for you. Excuse me. Tristan, we'll have to meet up on the Telegram there. There's some, I have a little proposal for you. Now that we've made the time in a bottle public, I have an idea that if it takes off and people enjoy it and start to get used to it, then they can come to you for your indicator. And do you have a new updated version of this indicator, or did you delete it all already? This one doesn't mark the high and the low. If it makes a high and low on both sides, it doesn't mark them, like this one here. I know you had one with triangles on it for some reason. I don't have that one for the magic number. I think I changed it to magic numbers. And yeah, we'll do, DM me in the Telegram there. I have some ideas if you're interested. Okay. Just may not be published. It's a slow, steady grind this morning. Just took out these lows, and I'm wondering if we're still going to get up into this level here. And we're coming up for 11 o'clock now. Oh, sorry, I missed you there, Derek. Good morning. Curry fish ball, yes, saw it. Fun. Yes, in and out of green crude. Gone through dip volatility already. Two equal highs. NQ's rocking. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, yeah. I'm caught up to everybody in there. Okay. Not a lot of activity this morning there. Right here. Let's see that keep coming higher now. Make a small one, 4 or 5 into here. Look at that. Is there one in there? There is one in there. 643. I taken 4 candle. Derek, did you ever get around to doing your fib tool lesson? I don't think I saw it on there. If I missed it, apologize for that. I haven't seen it yet. Six, 7. Six ends as a down candle, 7 starts an up candle and creates a little swing point. Or if 6 creates the swing, then 7 starts the next run higher. There's the 7, 6 ends, 7 continues. So you got 7, 8, 9. So you want to see 7, 8, 9, 10 for the next few minutes going higher. Looking to take out these old highs here at 722 on the hourly. So we could see some nice big candles coming up here now. It ends the direction 8, 9. So 9, 10 could be down here. 9, 10 could be back into this. Mean threshold, you don't want to see that give way. Here's 9 and 10. 50% done putting thoughts on paper. Okay, awesome. Thank you for putting the time in on that too. I appreciate that. As I'm sure everybody else does as well. It's not some freaky coincidence that these times are turning after that presentation I gave you. That was years ago. I developed this thing and it's still doing it years later. And now that it's out there, I kind of hope that some people can really refine it, fine tune it, and make it something that they can use on a regular basis. I like to just kind of use it to look for key levels to run into, and hopefully that time will take that. I didn't want to see this create the low and then that create the new high. Remember, change stops the direction. So 9 and 10 finishes off that direction. 10 starts the next direction. Then 11, 12. So we can, if that ends up dropping below that low, not a good sign. I want to see 11 and 12 start to, this 10 start to move this in the right direction. So that turns into a bull candle and starts going to 11 and 12. See if we get a reversal at 12 to come back into this candle. And then 13, 14, 15, 16 for higher. I don't want to see it starting to drop down here, and 13, 14, 15, 16 starts going lower. So there's the bull one. That's good. I want to see that. Did not make that the swing point. I like that. That's 11 now. 11, 12. They all jostle for who's going to 9 and 10. Remember, we used to call these the squabbling sisters. 9, 10, 11, 12. They do that 16, 17, 18, 19 that you see. This is the same kind of thing that happens in the early part of the hour. You get the squabblers making the, one of them's going to make the run, or they get in sync with one another and start running. And then the 16, 17, 18, 19, they either squabble for who's going to make a swing point, or they're all in sync and they get you a nice long run. Yeah, as you can see on my one, Derek, I just kind of go with my thoughts all over the place. I looked at, listened to some of the videos, like, man, there's had so many so's, and it was just completely off the cuff. I'm usually more organized than that. When I was teaching, I was just used to doing everything off the cuff. I knew the material well enough. I could just go off the cuff. So, but that's it, man. You get it raw. You get Darren raw. That's it. So 9, 10. So 9's your reversal. 10, 11, 12. They're still staying in the same upward candles. 12 hasn't made a new high, so they should continue going higher. Another up candle. It'd be 14, 15, 16, 17 now. The 16, 17 may make a new high. And we're getting into 11 o'clock now. So we got a reversal here, or change in direction, I should say. We've traded above it on this candle. Tap back into it on this candle. Now you expect to see that hit the rejection block. You expect to see that just keep coming higher, not this constant smackdown on it. That's not a good sign to see. Still no body below that low yet. So I'll wait to see what 16, 17, 18 gives us. If it gives us a pump up and take this candle here, that's what you want to see. How do your oil go there, Craig? Rip through, reverse, rip through, came back inside this candle, and now we're heading back down. Look for these equal lows to get taken out here now. That candle there is what you're looking for, return back into. Nice. Now you've been through this one already. You're looking for the equal lows and the fair value gap for Monday. That's what we want to see. There's a 16, 17. 17 makes the high. Pull my stop loss up here. So this is where the squabblers start coming in, 16, 17, 8 or 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. They kind of just bounce back and forth off of one another. So I would expect to see it come back into here. And that open or the close of that candle right there at 666. So it's usually you go 16 and then 17. 18 tends to go in the opposite direction to 17. Then 19 goes in the opposite direction to 20 or 18. So 18 was going up, 19 is coming down. We'll see it coming down and tap this low here. Look for, again, you're looking for Michael's institutional order flow entry drill. That would be a 19 candle to do that. Or mean threshold, or sorry, consequent encroachment or old high. So 19 gave you the tap down. Now 2021, you want to see that keep going higher. Again, our upside objective is 727. $19, $20, $21. So the next candle, 21, we expect to see a swing. Come back into here. I don't want to see I don't want to see price get below here. Look for 657 to 653. Here's 21. There's 657. On the 21. Now you'd expect to see 21 make the turn and then start climbing higher. The 657 is what we're looking for. And look where it came down to, 657, right on the money. Time, price, exact time and price. Now I'm going to move to break even again. That came back and took me out there. I just got back in at 57, right on the money there. So now I'm at break even, because I want to see it get through here now and use this and this. I want to break that to the upside, and I want to see this continue my run higher. If it doesn't, then comes back and takes me out. I'm all right with that. I don't want to see this get revisited again, though it can come all the way down into here at 652. I don't want to see that. I want to see that just start climbing up out of here now and using this and this as leverage to go higher. This candle right here, and you've run above it, you want to see it hold price. And ideally you want to see it hold price at the top to the mean threshold, no less than that. Would love a coffee, please. Not showing my mug this morning. I still got bedhead going on. Thanks again, Garrett. Gotta go. Okay, Edgar. Back to the salt mine. Hey, community, what happened with the likes? Only 4 so far. Come on, let's hit that like button. Oh, thanks, Edgar. Appreciate it, buddy. They probably miffed because they came in late this morning. What kind of time do you call this? Coming to work. Coming to work at 7 o'clock, 7:45 in the morning. That literally was sitting on my stop loss, just a touch above my stop loss. I do not want to see this candle. So my stop loss was one tick below this level right here. And it literally came down and was just sitting on me. I thought, it's got to take me out here. And it didn't. Now it's starting to move back up. We're now got through this level on the close. I like that. So it's a little more of a breathing room. We want to see that start climbing higher now. Using this and this as support. This one to go higher, and this one is broken for the down, because we'd have to take out this low here for us to continue going lower. And we're not. We're still going higher, and we still have an objective above us at 727. I'll put that up here as a first level to watch for 727 right there. This is slow grind. And we're into the 11. We did not get the retracement back into the range we were looking for at 11 o'clock. So starting at 11:30, get ready for potential for us to start running back against the morning run, right? Keep it on these 1 minute. Get a body close above this candle. If I'd supported that candle. Get ready, 29:30. So 27, 26, 27, 30, 32. Watch for 30, 32 here. If it suddenly turns on you. Here's 30. I like to see 30 create a swing point here off inside this candle. And come all the way back and tap this box again. It's nice. I want to see a nice wick come out to here now. $30 ends our direction. What I'd like to see is 30, 30, or 31, 32 start to move higher now. As 30 ends our direction, gives us a swing. If not, if this turns into taking out that low, then we're looking for 32 to create the swing or the end of the direction. If that makes sense to you guys, using time in a bottle. There's 30, 32. You want to see this end of this direction, and 32 to continue pushing higher into 38. And you want this 32 to candle just to turn into a bull candle. Thanks, Lovey. Thank you, thank you. You look beautiful this morning, Lovey. Not that you don't look beautiful every day. I love you. She's awesome. So this is most time when I tell you, when you see the next one, if you see a bold candle, we have the end of that range, the start of the next one. So this 32, you want to see continue going higher. And then you want to see 33, 34, 35, 36, all the way up to 38, continue going higher. Do you see that 36, 37? Does it end at 37, 38, start another run back down into 40, 42 and start to go higher? You don't want 32 to just create this new high and this swing point now and turn around and come all the way back through you. Keeping in mind we still haven't touched this low yet, or that box. We've traded into it, above it. We haven't come back and tap it. $32 ended it, created that little turn. I want this to be just a wick into here, and that turned into another bold candle. It was just a wick that came down. Just like that. That gives me my continuation to the 38 candle now. Darren, I'm still trying to catch up. We'll watch your video again tonight. No worries. It can be quite complex, and it can be quite simple. It depends on how, and I'm just trying to show you ways that you can actually use time, these dots. You'll start to understand these dots a lot clearer now. Once you've seen the time in the bottle, you'll understand, and you'll see why I was calling this, and I just wanted to see this wick form and a continuation to occur. For the continuation to continue, 32 to 38, you want to see this wick, or this, when it was going into a downward candle, you want to see that. You don't want to see this be the end of that run, and then the next big run down is 32 to 38. You want to see that just continue going higher until we hit 36, 37, 38. There's a 35 wick. You want to see that turn into a 38. All upward candles. to around 38-ish. And right now we're looking at this mean threshold, the hold price. And there's only 29 people here to get to witness Time in a Bottle live. On a 15-second chart, this looks so much nicer on a 15-second chart. Look at this. So we got this, a rundown in here, reverse, trade back into order block, body trades above it, trade back into that order block, right to the bottom of it. So you see why I always take this candle and make, that's my most sensitive candle. Yeah, you can take all three of them. Michael takes all three, but he does also teach that that last candle is the most sensitive. That's where I put the stop loss one tick below that, right there. And then you want to see it continue climbing higher. So remember we talked about 29.30 was the end, created a swing. 30.32, we wanted 32 to stay now in line. If we want to continue going higher, we wanted 32 to 38 to continue going higher. This was the big, as it was coming down here, I talked about how you want to see that turn into a big wick and start closing higher. And it just literally closed on its open. And now we continue going higher to 37, 30, where are we at now? 36. And we're getting up there already. So again, 722 is our upside objective. We are very excited. Hit the like, very green because of Darren and his price action teaching. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. I'm pretty green right now too. And I'm green and stress-free. It's nice to be green and stress-free, Stuart. Hey, you move your stop loss into profit. It doesn't matter. From that point on, you're golden. And Tristan's going to get his that indicator is going to be, there's some big demands on your indicator. I sense, Tristan, as it starts to people start to understand this time in a bottle, they're going to go, Tristan, I want that. See 38 now, 37, 38 starts the next direction. This is precision. This is precision. You took me a lot of years to study this. I'd love to see this just create a swing point here and then start pushing to 40, 42. Keep pushing higher. But you see how that 32 to 38 and 38 either changes direction or ends or starts a new direction or continues. And in this case, we want to just see it come down to an old high or right down into this. It can even come down into this old order block. It's already done that though. We've already traded above it, come back into the open price of that order block, and then we went higher. So there's 32 or 38. Now end it on that and then start pushing higher. So 30, the candles either start a new direction or end an old direction. And it can all happen in one candle. You might just see a 38 candle being that, it'll stop there and then start moving in the opposite direction. So now we've taken out that low, not a good sign. Now you're looking for 40, 42, back into here. And remember, what did we say about the 12th hour? 12th hour makes a high, right? So anytime in that 12 o'clock hour, you're looking for that high to form or a low to form. And in this case, we're looking for the low. So we got to end. I like to see this go remain bullish now. Start moving, not just this as a check. I want to see that turn bullish. For 40 candle, 42. So 38 literally stopped, changed direction, 38 froze, then 39, 40, 42, and then you want to see 40, 42 like we did on this one here. You want to see those starting to climb higher as well. So 38 didn't give us a swing, but it gave us just a check, reverse. So it gave us a whole direction and stopped, and then the next direction starts after that or on that. So now I want to see 40, 42 not stop at this little swing point here and then create another little swing down. I want to see that keep pushing higher, get through the mean threshold of this candle. This one should take out that there. Good. So that should tell me now that 41 and 40, we travel all the way through to the next one because they continue. That checks it. Then the next direction starts. 40 doesn't give us a turn, so you're expecting 42 to give us the turn. So you got at least 1 minute of up and then 1 more minute of creating a swing. Move myself right into a profit now. I'm just sitting below this low right here. Joe McDarren, is there an indicator for these dots or not yet? Yes, there is, Joseph, and it's probably not published yet. Tristan is the owner of the indicator. He's the one that built it, and I'm the one that kind of gave him the ideas based on the time of the bottle. So we have some modifications to do to it yet. Don't sweat it. Your life doesn't end because the indicator's not staring you in the face. It's not the be all end all. It's just another tool, and you got to know how to trade it. So just focus on what I'm trying to show you on how to trade it right now, and then worry about getting the indicator later. We got some little modifications to make to it yet, so it kind of gives you a cleaner idea. And some ideas I'd like to kind of bounce off of Tristan to see if we can't get this thing to give you more of a more zing. I had originally had an idea of turning this, so you hear my phone going off. I created alarms for each one of these levels, and it was going off like crazy, so it was just interfering with my presentation here. So yeah, I don't want to see this. 41, 42, change direction, 42 to 45 now. So that's that 11:30. I don't want to see it cut all the way back against all these people here now and create this massive run into 12 o'clock, create the 12 o'clock swing, and then start pushing back up into the next run. So on a 15-second chart, we've already got a turn occurred. Look at your 15-second. Hadi would have been all over this. There's the reverse. You trade below it, trade back up inside it, take out that low, come back into that low, looking for lower prices. Asia high taken with the wick. Aren't we looking for the 12th hour to be the high here? You said you're looking for a low. It can be a high or a low. Just remember, we'd like to see it get high. I'd like to see it take that out as my 12 o'clock. But we know that 11:30, if you follow the rules, what Michael says, is between 11:30 and 1:30, there is a measured retracement back on the run that you've been enjoying all morning. So either the 12 o'clock makes the high, or we get this reversal and it comes back and rips through all of this and then creates that low. So you could see the 12 o'clock low. Yeah, I want to see a high, but what I want and what I'm going to get, especially with an 11 o'clock, 11:30 reversal, to create the low. So we're still up inside here. So we've taken out this little market structure break on a close now. We've come back up inside it. We haven't fully filled that, so that's more bearishness. We have to take out that candle's high and this candle's high to get back in sync. We wanted to finish off our 12 o'clock high. If not, we're starting to look for 12 o'clock to create a swing lower. It's given us an indication that our 12 o'clock might not get met. We've got these lows taken. You want to see this fair value gap now get cleaned up on the upside and that candle to get taken on a close, and then use that candle for support to run these highs out, making the 12 o'clock. That should give us near a 12 o'clock run then. We're at 46. Good morning, Shepard. You're not the only one running late. I got up really late this morning. That's the man. Wait for an A+ setup. I still like bullish. I still like this reaching for this old high here. I'm still liking this up here. Remember, inside this range, we could drop down into this little box right here and still be bullish inside that whole range. Usually when you get below here, you start to say, okay, I'm running back into this range. Where am I for my fib tool? We broke through the 50% of that already. From that high there to this range here, we have a new premium array that we hit to go lower. There's 50%. We take out that low, 70% optimum trade entry reversal, and it's right inside that order block here that created that first little swing down. We want to break that, come back to it. See how we've come back and visited it over and over and over again. You see how these are very important levels. You got to draw them out on your chart so you can see how important they are. And then you want to say, that's the candle. For me, it would have been this candle here and this candle. These two candles here are the important candles. That one being the most sensitive. So those two, who's going to give up the ghost? Either this one is on the downside and we start running into this discount array even deeper, like 79%. Or we start to take out that candle's high and then start looking for this one here to be confirmation that we're going to go higher. So see how we've eaten into it multiple times here now? Chomp, 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 chomp. And when you see that candle, you want to see it close right above that. We have a consolidation. Cam model people are just getting all salivating now, looking for their cam model entry. I want to see a nice displacement, a body above this lot. Yeah, just had a lot of pain last night. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was wandering around in pain, so I had to come downstairs and do some rolling. Usually rolling helps me. It helps out my back and my muscles. Because I got nerve damage in my leg, it gets very crampy, so I have to kind of roll it out. So 3 in the morning, I'm downstairs on my roller, trying to roll out my back and my hips. Then went back to bed, fell asleep nice and deep. Put my little snorkel on, went down nice and deep, and then that was it. Didn't wake up till my wife woke me up at 7:45. Yeah, see, this is that big retracement, hey? Got to be prepared for a quick run on you like that. So that's the fear. So now it's obviously given us the direction. Now it's running back. We said between 11:30 and 1:30, Michael talks about the run on liquidity going there's a marked level of retracement between 11:30 and 1 o'clock on any run that you've had. If you've had a nice little clean run up for the morning, like this, you know, since 9:30 this morning, look at that. You've had a nice little run up here. It's going to come back and take a run on you in that hour between 11:30 and 1:30. So that's the start of a run. We come back into, if this ends up being a CAM Model 3, we want to see this book it right through here with a nice strong bold candle. Come back, find support inside here or inside this, 50% of this leg. And if that's the only run back against this all day, and then it continues going higher, that's 11:50. So we're not quite at 12 o'clock yet. But it's the 11:50 macro. See? 11:50 macro. We've got these highs taken, reversal, trade below it. You don't get a chance to get inside it. You break this low, you break the market structure on the downside. You come back up inside this level right here, and you want to see that start to break through here. So you got one that wants to go lower, and you got this one that wants to go higher. So if we break this on a close, look for further. Oh, there's a little imbalance here too. You want to see that imbalance get taken on the downside, and then we'll look for a further run down against this lot here, looking for that 12 o'clock low now. Does that make sense to you, Joe? 128. Do you understand why you got to change your mind up? You got to be fluid. If you want to stay on the horse, you cannot be rigid in your thinking. If the things are changing up on you, you got to be able to quickly recognize that you may not get the 12 o'clock high you're looking for. You may start to look at the rule is that run on liquidity at 11:30. You could end up getting your, you got to change up your game plan on the fly. If you're really rigid in your game plan, you go, this sucks because it doesn't work, pan out your way, you're missing the reverse that we showed you. Remember, we were talking about this candle here. You want to see, remember, we wanted to see a big bold candle get above here. We wanted to see that candle get taken to the upside on a close. It did not get taken to the upside on a close. It quickly ripped back against this level here. It created that little fair value gap I always want you to look for every time a high is taken, which is right there. And you go, oh, you don't want to see it trade below that, and it does. Oh, it literally gives you, see how it closes below that level? Literally opens in it for the short. So if you could have caught that right there, you would have smashed into some major profits in a real quick, short period of time. So see how we've traded above here now? And you go, okay, now we're going long. CAM Model 2 entry right there. And we have this reversal here. So just because it came back inside this range, a nice deep swing back into that range, right up to the rejection block again. And then start to reverse on us. That held price. We've got a body that's holding price in here. And this is giving up the downside now. You see that? It gave it up. Gave you a hint of it here. Gave you an opportunity to get back into a premium portion right here for the short. And now you've taken out the low. Now we're looking for to continue on the downside. Yeah, Joe, I didn't want you to think that, you know, I'm kind of form-fitting it and just changing it around whenever it suits me. I have to be fluid enough to be able to recognize when the markets are turning and changing directions on us. And we can't just, I've done it many times, believe me. Why do you not go to the direction I want? And you marry the trade. You hear Michael talk about marrying the trade, right? You do not want to marry the trade. Just take it on a date. Just date, man. Just date him. Take him out for a nice night, dancing, dinner, and if she wants to go home, take her home. If she wants to change direction, she says no, say no. No means no, not going there. So there you go. So we have a run down to the rejection block yet again. So if you're trading this one on the short, then make sure you pay yourself at rejection blocks, because You may not get that for a while. It may come back against you. Come up here, take this out. We still have 696 to hit for an upside objective again. One more time. It's hit it here for a nice little run below the low. If it takes it again, we want to see if 696 to 697 is the upside. You have to include this imbalance right here. When you're measuring this out, you must take from that candle's high to the opening of this candle right here. Okay, you must include that. See how we've hit the consequent encroachment? Bang, we hit the price one more time. You don't get an opportunity to get back up there. You're inside this one now with the body. Wicks do the damage, and we continue to run to the rejection block. You don't get the low. We do have that change of direction, so it trades below you here, below this little level right here. You give an opportunity to get in on it for short to your rejection block. We have a change in direction, not really a, unless you consider this swing point, a reversal. Body trades above it right here. You don't get an opportunity to get in on it, so you watch this candle here. Do we trade above it? Yes, we do. It just came back and tapped it right there. Now you're looking for this to go higher. Inside this range, you want to see, we talk about discount and premium. You've already hit the premium, so you want that premium to get hit one more time and go through it. After hitting this support level, like that, so there you go. Now hit it and run through it. That's price action, man. That's studying price action. Understand that. Been up for the last 4 nights with pain. Hope it gets better, bud. You've been in some pain too, Shepard? Oh man, sorry to hear that. It sucks. Oh, it literally changes your personality. It does. You know, you could be a nice, pleasant person, but if you're in pain all the time, it's hard not to be snappy because you're just hurting. So I hope you can get that under control, buddy. And I hope you don't have to use narcotics and things like that to manage it. If it's musculoskeletal, I tell you, I am a firm believer in rolling. Get yourself a foam roller, and as painful as it is, don't work it too hard. Just be gentle, but just slowly roll out. I tell you, your muscles will thank you because you got a lot of lactic acid build up, a lot of toxins building up in the muscle. And when you're in pain, you tend to be more sedentary. You try not to move too much, and that just lets the muscle atrophy. When it's stagnant, not moving, you're not getting much blood flow in it. So when you roll, you squeeze blood in there, and you extend the little fibers inside your muscles, the sarcomeres, as we call them. The little sarcomeres, you stretch all those muscle fibers out, and you force blood in there, and you force all the toxins out. So yeah, something to kind of keep in mind. So I really hope that yours is manageable with some rolling. I've got 4 surgeries that are creating my, well, 3, I would say. The Canadian surgeries are the ones that are hurting the most. The German ones, awesome. I tell you, Germany's the place to go to get your spine surgery. See how we're eating through this candle already? Not a good sign. All the way back into this level, into this range here. We did not get a run above this high. We did not take a body above the high. It literally froze a body on it. Turned around. Gave you a wick. Back up into that range right there. See how we wanted this thing to get taken? It didn't. It literally traded into it. Turn around to the discount array. Now we want to see if this discount array gives way. And we drop lower, running for these relative equal lows below you. That's staying on the horse. That's saying, oh, I want to go long. Oh, no. No, it's not giving it to us. It's changed up on us. Took out this low here with a close. Opened, well, with a wick. Close. And you don't even get in on it. Just shy of it right there of tapping that to go lower. coming into this level here, eating through that candle. See how with bodies now traded below here? We're looking for a run below the lows again now. There you go. You'll get it. You'll see it. You guys will see it just as cleanly as what I'm seeing. And you'll see when price is going to change up on you. Now to run the lows, where do you want to see your, well, let's see where that's sitting on our 1 minute chart. Where's our little, how come my little dots are not coming up here? Oh, it's because I'm on 15 seconds. There we go. There's the 00, 12 o'clock. So look for the 12 on the hour now, or on a 12 o'clock hour. So now you can say, can we sync up an hour turn with a minute expectation of a turn? There's 12:01, 12 gives us the low of the hour. So now I would expect to see, I'd want to see this go higher. But that doesn't necessarily mean saying we've picked the low. We could see this run down, and the whole 12 o'clock, we could see this just keep going lower and lower and lower and lower until we see 1:30, where Michael talks about how anywhere inside that hour to 2 hours, we could see a reversal back into the next run higher. Right now we're bearish, and we caught the bearish right on a 15-second chart. So we traded below it. Now, ideally, you want to see this kind of run back into, oh, it did it already. Okay. Here's, remember this, once we see us trade a body through that, we come back and use this as support now. So if I was going to take this guy, and I'm going to move this now over to here just to kind of emphasize my point. So let's say this low has not, wouldn't have been taken. So right here, you see how it trades below that level, and you go, ooh, it's going to run these lows out right now. If we trade back into this level, so it's in other words, like saying, if you wanted this to go long, and I was short or long right here, and all of a sudden it went boop and closed below you, you're like, crap, it's going to take my stop loss out. If it trades back into me, I'm getting my trade off, and I'm going to go short. And there, it takes out the low on that next candle. Comes back, finds support. That's what you want to see. Takes out that candle's low. And you're constantly looking for these little reversals now. Comes back, found support at it again. There's a little swing here. Order block, trade below it. Trade back into it. If it doesn't get back into it, it's just there's an imbalance right here as well. So it's back to the imbalance. You want to see that low get taken. It just took it right there on the close. Now you want to see this candle provide support and keep coming lower. And for when it changes direction, right here, it closes above that and then gets on top of this again. Then I'd say, yeah, we're changing direction back inside that larger range here again. Watch this little range right here. Right there. See how it hasn't got through that level? It literally came straight up into this little imbalance. Bodies held right on that candle's open. I want to see if we start climbing. If we start digging up into this again, not a good sign for me. I want to see this start to really get some legs here now and start coming back down lower. Gapping down is a nice sign. Rejection block again. Revisiting this, not a good sign for bearishness. If it closes above there, it's closed above it right now. So now you're looking to go long. Or we could get into welcome to lunch hour consolidation. Just took that high out. The consequent encroachment again. Just took that high. So now you look at this, you see we've taken a high, you got this right here, and there's your order block. So you want to see this and that get taken on the downside for confirmation. You're going to go lower. If we just came back into this fair value gap here, you're looking to go higher. Now we're inside this range here, going higher. Remember we said, oh, I didn't like the side of that, coming back into that again. Line in the sand as a body has to stay above or below this. It traded above it, gave you an opportunity to go, you're on the wrong side of this. You're going long now. That's where you find out you're on the wrong side. Inside this range now. So pull your fib tool from high to low, and you can run that all the way through using your, there's 50%, there's 62%, you move to 50, you hit 70, move to 62, would have came back and tapped you out right there. Done. So if that reverses and comes back down now, great. If it doesn't, wait for that candle to get taken on the upside, then you get back in sync with the market to keep going higher. You paid yourself inside that range off of that reversal, and you caught a little bit of a run inside here. You got taken out with that candle right there. And look at that. It was a 7, 8, 9, 845. Yeah, you'd have to count the numbers off of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes a swing. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 change direction. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 change direction. 22, 23, 24, 25, which is also the 10, to 25, 26, 27 will be the 12 if you're looking at the 12-minute. Well, no, it won't. It'll be like it's only 15-second candles. You don't want to see that mean threshold get taken on a close. You want to see that start pop up above that now. Now I have to stretch this out a bit and see how we're looking at. No. We have an imbalance right here, imbalance right here. Let's go to a 1 minute chart where some of you guys are sitting on a 1 minute chart. We'll have a look at that one. Get rid of that. It's a 15-second level. So we want to see this candle get traded above. It did. Come back to it, find support, looking inside that range. Imbalance, perfectly hit it right there. Right on the 9 candle, 9-10 turn. You got 11 and 12. You want to see a reversal on 12 here. So 11 will end here. 12 will start to go higher. Darren, I just thought maybe I missed a conversation on the indicator. I definitely follow ICT and I like your teaching. Thank you, Joe. Shepherd Lyme's. You have Lyme's disease for 28 years? Oh, dude. Oh, Shepherd, so sorry to hear that, man. Oh, Lyme disease. That's a bugger because, you know, you just get that little halo ring of infection, and some people don't even get that. You get bit by a tick, and, you know, you get little flu-like symptoms, and then there's that little halo ring around the tick bite that you don't really sometimes miss. And if you don't catch it, oh, it can play havoc on your body, your systems, organs, everything. There's a cure for it if you can catch it early, but oh man, it's brutal. So sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. I have severe pain. I have so many health issues, can't even list them all. Oh, sorry to hear that, buddy. NQ took the London highs and lows. EC did not. So we have an SMT. Shepherd, have you looked into carnivore diet? Jordan Peterson's daughter reversed rheumatoid arthritis by going with 100% meat-based diet. Really? Carnivore? That's interesting. Done for today. Thank you, Darren. See you later, Hadi. This is forging your temperance, forging your ability to just sit and wait for your setups to occur. And you're in lunch hour now, so don't get in the habit of giving back your profits. "28 years ago, yeah. They didn't know much about Lyme disease back then. New doctor out of school, I told her I thought it was Lyme. She said spider bite. Treatment for me was wrong stuff and screwed me up. Ugh, Lord. Ugh, I hate to hear that. So sorry to hear that, man. You want to start seeing this lift out of here now? I'm looking at a 15-second chart still. See this consolidation? I want to see this lift off of here. We haven't got a bold candle to displace us out of here though. And we're sitting right in that little box I was telling you about up here. Got to get through that box. It's just when you think you're ready to go higher, it turns on you again. Welcome to lunch hour. It's very rough and sore each day. The weird thing is antibiotics could have fixed you right out. That's the scary thing about it. Just a simple solution like antibiotics. Had they caught that early, could have prevented a whole world of pain for you. It's such a travesty, but that's the thing we learn about diseases and stuff. Some new disease comes in. You think about what it took for AIDS, how long AIDS took, and people were dying of that like crazy all over the world. And they finally came up with a nice, equitable, profit-making check on it. It wasn't a cure, it was just a check. They just put it in check now. But you have to keep taking their drugs every month or every 6 months. You get your shot. So good old pharmaceutical company, they don't want to cure anything anymore. I know I'm a conspiracy theorist right now, but they don't want to cure anything. There's no money in cures. The money's in the problem. It's like Greenpeace. I don't think Greenpeace wants to fix anything. I think they just want to generate money and work the problem. Such a negative Nelly, hey? Relative equal lows below you. You've got these highs that have just been made jagged. We're still looking for that level to get taken on the upside. So far, 12 o'clock's given us our low. This has given us some support to go higher. Keep your eye on that little filler right there. Each day is different. I stick to a low carb diet. Has helped. Lost 180 pounds. Almost died to get to it. Long story, but thanks for your kind words. Man, there you go. Traded above it. Let's see it come back inside this and find some support inside that. We can go higher. I'm just going to take one right off that. And the stop loss will go right below there. Actually, it would have to sit right below here. Ideally, I don't want to see these get taken to the downside, so now I'm going to move it into profit. Yeah. Trade below here. And take out that low. Didn't want to see it get below there again. It did. That's why the stop loss was moved up tight. Trade it below it. Get in here now. And we'll see if that gets lower. See how the body traded below it here, and quickly trade back into it. Continue to extend the range further down. Look for support back in here now. Just it only has to kiss the wicks or the body and start driving lower. That's getting back in sync with the market. If this is where you managed to catch it back in, I just caught it short here. Where did I get it? 667 right there. I got it here. I missed this little piece here. You get it back in sync with it the moment you break this low, the structure low, and you broke lower, trade back into it. Now you get back in sync with the markets now. And then you have to ask yourself, where does your fail safe go? If you're on this run right now on the way down, where does your fail safe go? That imbalance, it's good. See how we came right back into this candle's low again? Now you want to see that just keep coming down now. Watch for the body to hit. See what kind of reaction you get out of that. My stop was sitting right in here, so I got taken out. I just wanted to see that get hit and go. I didn't want to see this imbalance get taken, closed above. It closed above and took me out. So now the lows are taken. We still have another 12 o'clock low. Body traded above it, trade back inside. Looking for higher prices now. You want looking for a run back into this range. %. Yes, Levy? Give me a couple more minutes. Oh, you gotta go to your thing. Okay. Yeah. I'll be done before then. I forgot I gotta take my wife to a book fair. So there's 50%. I want to see this start running up into 62% now. $60, move to 60, 50%. If you're in here, move your stop loss to 50%. Pay yourself at 62. If it comes back and taps you out at 50, you're out. I'm out. back off this order block here. I like off that price. Remember, we could still come down lower now. You've come back into that range, an optimum trade entry, and you've hit this level here. Remember me, Mark, talking about you want to see it come back to these open prices. If it starts running through them, and you take out that lowest down close candle right here on a close, and we come back, find support at it, looking for it to run higher. So if we get through this here, find support at that and keep going higher, that would be great. Anywhere inside there would be great to see that whole price now and start running higher. Take out this fair value gap above us here on the close, and we're starting to resume that nice little run higher. And that's it for me. I'm out of here. So thank you very much for tuning in, you guys. I appreciate your time. Again, I apologize for coming late to the show this morning. I'm heading out, going to spend some time with my girl today, try to get off to the market, and I got to take my car in to get some oil change. So I wish you all the best. And Shepard, I hope you feel better, man. I know it's 28 years. Things aren't going to change, but I really hope you can find some moments of peace and solitude. But until then, I will see you folks on the flip side. See you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, and I'll be up bright and early tomorrow. I'll make sure I'm up early. I'm not going to miss 2 times in a row. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again for tuning in, and God bless.